Hello, it's good. It's been a while. Vlogging in general. And I guess having one of these one-on-one chats with the camera. Which is mostly because I've been having more of these one-on-one ones, more so privately. It's more so at night. Just to wrap up my day. I feel like that gets me in the mood more before sleeping, like gets me in the mind space of being able to get ready for bed. I guess that's a better way to phrase it, because at the end of the day I want to like wind down and get out all my thoughts, and I've been just doing it then. And of course I'm not gonna be vlogging that because usually it's just pitch black in my room and I don't have my camera on me, for one. But yeah, I've been using this app called Untold. It's essentially like an AI diary app, AI journaling app, which can detect your voice and transcribe it quite well. It's pretty much like, I think it probably uses the same engine as ChatGPT or something, because it's like quite accurate. It's, everything I say, it's practically got it. So, and I can just do it while I close my eyes and like not looking at the screen, not typing anything. So it's like quite relaxing in that regards for me. But yeah, like, what am I trying to get at? Yeah, what's happened since last time I vlogged? Nothing much, honestly. I think last vlog I was pretty much saying how my work situation is not ideal for me, especially like I didn't feel like it was fair because like, I'm basically waiting on a bunch of people a lot in order to do stuff, and then as a result I sometimes may miss deadlines, or because people don't reply to me, it just gets lost over time. Like it takes like months, not even exaggerating, like months sometimes for like a reply, because I'm assuming they just didn't see it, and then when they're later looking back at everything they're like assigned to or like commented on or like whatever, they see it like months later, right? So months later response. I'm not used to this. Maybe it's like been too spoiled in the sense that in the other companies that I work with, everyone pretty much replies within like an hour, you know. I don't think yeah, like for the most part people reply within an hour or two. No, definitely like by 4 hour mark they'll have respond. Here it's not uncommon to have 3-day responses, not uncommon to have no responses. Yeah, I just like, I don't know, like I can't really do much if no one responds, right? But I told my manager that I think he understands the situation, right? It's like, he's a smart dude. He knows that's not ideal. He knows you can't really do much. He knows probably like it's just me that notices this. Probably like the other designer, I'm assuming probably like did not care as much, I guess, and it's like had a different type of personality, I guess, where it's like she wasn't unmotivated when people weren't responding, and like I guess she would. I don't like the type of person I am. I don't like to be nagging people a lot, right? I don't like that. I don't like triple messaging people within the same day to ask for a response. Maybe that's what I need to do, but I don't want to do that. Maybe I could do that. Maybe I should do that. But if it comes to that point, I feel like kind of defeats the purpose, right? Maybe that's what she did. Maybe that's why it worked better for her. Or maybe I'm pretty sure she just didn't get responses either, because the other designer that I worked with, we both get no responses. We're just like waiting around. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, my manager recognized that, essentially pulled me aside for a one-on-one call and said like, hey, I have this, well, like this opportunity, right? Like, you know, it's like a half full-time role, like 15-20 hours a week. You know, they have quote-unquote more support for you, but like, I don't know why it's phrased like that. It's just more support. You mean like a normal team, like a team that responds within 1 to 2 hours of a message. Like, that's what I'm thinking. But anyways, that's good. Like, more support. Like, people actually respond. People are not in like 2-3 different roles. Like, they're just dedicated towards working on the product. Like, that's, to me, is like a normal product team. Well, in my mind, like, so I was like, okay, that's good to hear. So I'd love to learn more about it. And we're having more conversations about that. It sounds great, but the only thing, it's like 15-20 hours. I'm a bit iffy on that, but it's better than nothing if it works out, honestly. Like, the job market is absolute trash. Maybe it's just me, I'm trash. Or maybe it's the market. Maybe it's a combination of both. I'm not sure. But, you know, at least I'm in the conversations for this. It's better than nothing, right? I'm also in the conversations. Not really conversations. Like, I'm not really sure where this is going. So, for the purpose of this vlog, since nothing has been finalized yet, I'm not gonna be naming the company. But essentially, like, I interviewed for this company. They said they'll get. I made it to the final rounds. Final round was like an assignment and presenting the assignment. I felt like I did pretty well, honestly, especially on the assignment part. I'm not sure about like the actual interview. Probably didn't do too well, maybe. I don't know. But on the assignment, I know I kind of did well because I tried my best, and their feedback seemed kind of positive. So yeah, basically I had an interview like two weeks ago. Final round, and they're hiring for 4 people for this position, and there's probably around like 11 candidates in total for this final round, I'm assuming. So statistically, right, this is like pretty good odds, right, compared to like 5 people comparing for 1 role. Statistically, this is pretty high odds, just because, you know, math-wise, and because they said that I did good for the assignment. Well, I interpreted it as like I did good for the assignment. I think for just I don't, yeah, that's what I interpreted it as. So I'm thinking, okay, at least, given all this, I'll have like a 40%, let's just say 40% chance, right? Like, I'm just doing some pseudo math in my head. 40% chance, that's pretty high chance I get a role, right? So I was pretty stoked. They said 1-2 weeks. It's been over 2 weeks now, no response. I checked in earlier this week when it was like, I guess the almost 2 weeks mark, right? Like, they said 1-2 weeks, so I just want to check in like halfway kind of thing. They said they're still in the decision-making process, still deciding. I'm not sure if that's actually true or not, because from what I learned just online reading, a lot of companies like to first extend out offers to their top candidates, And then once it is accepted by them, they would then send out the rejections to the other people, just so they don't send out the rejections too early, and then they don't have any backups, right? So that's what I'm assuming is happening right now. They've sent out the offer letters to like 4 people. They're waiting to see like it goes through smoothly, I'm thinking, and then like if it does go through smoothly, they'll send a rejection. If like for some reason a couple, like 1 person or 2 people don't, you know, it doesn't go smoothly for whatever reason, or they accept a different offer, they will then reach out to their backups with this opportunity, right? So that's what I'm thinking is realistically happening. Or because it's with, I don't know, because, or I'm just thinking like maybe it's just because of like slower internal processes, which is like probably not the case, to be honest. It's probably what I just said earlier. They're like extended people's offers. They might have kept a couple people as backups, and then I'm probably one of the backups, maybe. But honestly, I don't blame them, right? Because like the job market is so tough. I know I'm probably competing against people that are like really qualified, more qualified than me, perhaps, like working in the field like double the time as me. Like just like, yeah, it's tough. So I'm just thinking like, at least it's like not the end of the world for me right now, but it's just like I've been thinking about a lot about like the chances and stuff. I'm too attached to the outcome of this. Like I just want to hear back at this point. Like rejection, acceptance. Obviously, I hope for acceptance, but I know in the back of my head it's most likely going to be a rejection at this point. Like I'm pretty sure it's like a 90% chance rejection at this point, right? But I just want to see it so I can stop thinking about it. I'm like way too attached right now. Like just, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's basically it. And I guess every week, well, first of all, like my current workplace said they're not going to extend me straight up, right? So I already know that's like, they're just taking time bomb in that sense, for real now. Alright? If I don't get a job, I'm going to be unemployed again. Not ideal at all. And also, like, every week so far I've been working every Fridays at the pool. Honestly, I'm just like quite bored of it at this point. It's like nothing's new. One of my coworkers said it best. It's like, it's a chill job. You don't really do much, but like at the same time it's a chill job and you don't really do much, right? It's like, it's not stimulating, it's not rewarding. It's chill, you don't really need to worry about anything, but at the same time it's not rewarding. It's not mentally stimulating because you're not really completing any completing any projects, completing any major milestones, finishing like, you know, larger bucket list activities, or like for example, like you're like creating a document, right? After you create the document, you feel like a sense of accomplishment. At the pool, there's no like, you're never done, you know? You're always just on the lookout, prevention, right? There's nothing where you're really accomplishing at the end of the day. I guess you're doing your job good if nothing happens, right? And that nothing happening is like, it's good, but it's boring at the same time. It's not really rewarding. Like, interestingly enough, I think one of my most enjoyable jobs that I've had so far in general, like all my jobs, is actually working at a restaurant, because for some reason I got adrenaline from just the rush hour of the when people come. Well, when it was like quiet, it was really bad too. It was chill, but it was really quiet. At the pool, when it gets busy, you're still like looking around doing something. You're not, the pace doesn't really pick up, right? Sure, you're scanning patterns, your eyeball movements, I guess, might need to like walk around a bit faster, but it's not like the same thing as like rush hour for like prime dinner time, right? I remember working at a restaurant when it was I remember working at a restaurant when it was rush hour, business time, prime time. It was so fast paced, because I had to just, so many orders coming in. I was like, oh wow, so many orders coming in. It was like boom, 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 and because of that, time just goes by so much faster. Like, and it almost became a mini game for me. Like, you know the game like Diner Dash, where you have to like clean this table really fast and get it ready for other customers because they're like literally waiting for you. Like, that's how I kind of felt too. It was kind of like a fun game, honestly. But pay wise, it was honestly not that good. But the amount of fun I think I had, that was like my first job, right? The amount of fun I had, maybe it's just because my first job. Nah, it's not actually. But the amount of fun I had was quite fun, in my opinion. I wasn't working on any projects, but it felt like a mini game, you know? And sense of fulfillment was like knowing that I completed that diner rush, and that was my sense of accomplishment. Like, but yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know, like, so I guess at the end of the day, for me, it's not all about, well, obviously it matters, but I'm talking about from an enjoyment perspective. The finances, I learned that personally for me, don't provide enjoyment in that sense. It definitely provides enjoyment like outside of work, right? Because you can use the money on other stuff. But trying to work hours, like pool wise, honestly, I was probably making almost like double at the pool. Almost, okay, 1.5x than like at a restaurant, right? Because I was a bus person, I didn't really get too much tips, and I was like working below minimum wage for some reason because of like alcohol licensing or something. I'm not sure, it might have gone scammed, but at the time I was still making above minimum wage because of the tips, so I wasn't complaining too hard. So yeah. Yep. Yep. Honestly, last year, no, not last year, 2023. Oh my, sorry, 2025. 2025. I think it was a good balance. I actually quite liked my job. It was so fulfilling. It was quite fulfilling for me, right? And I was making, at that point, for what it was, a good amount, right? So it was like, I felt like my life was great in that time. In terms of employment perspective. I'm not sure about health-wise. I don't remember how it was in 2023. But honestly, like, I feel like health is literally wealth, though. And what I mean by that is, like, even though I'm right, I feel like if I'm unemployed and also in bad shape, that just makes me feel like a lot, like, way shittier than if I were unemployed and in good shape, right? Because when I'm unemployed, my self-worth and what I feel my value is as a person just naturally I feel like goes down for just because, like, I don't know, society's attachment of people to their jobs, and also just my own value of jobs and the value of success and what it means and stuff. Pair that with me being like fat and healthy, like fat, unhealthy, not in a good physical condition. That's just like shit on shit. That's shit on shit, not gonna lie. But compare that to, yeah, I think that's what exactly happened in 2022. It was shit on shit. I was in bad shape and I had no job in the summertime. So it was really bad. So now I'm going to try to control what I can control, which is my physical health. I've been locking in, I guess. This is last time I vlogged a bit more, like, in terms of, like, my eating patterns and stuff. Eating patterns, the amount of cardio I've been doing. Obviously, it's nowhere where I want to be yet, but definitely picking it up. And I'm probably just losing a bunch of water weight right now, but according to the scale, right, in the morning, right, it says 170, which is, I don't really believe that's true. It's probably just a lot of water weight. Realistically, I'm probably still at like 173, 174. But that's still quite good progress in my mind, because no, I haven't seen 170s in like 2 years or something, right? You know, but I don't want to do it in the wrong way where I lose all my muscle either. So I'm trying to balance it. I need to do some more training as well for that. But I'm trying to do more body weight training, because I feel honestly lifting weights doesn't really, I guess it's for hypertrophy, but how useful is it in real life functionality? Versus body weight, you're literally like gonna be using those movements in real life, right? So yeah, just some of my thoughts. Alright, peace out.